And what's going on, guys? All right, so we're in a trade. Let me show you what a trade's supposed to look like and what happens when you're patient and you're waiting for a high quality trade to happen. Well, first up, we're up on this trade. I managed to snag a perfect entry on this trade. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide my candles here. And what we see here is the GG 500. There we have our band right there, right? And we have multiple orders of confluence. Let me turn on the office really quick. We are above VWAP. We're above the 200. We're literally waiting for super trend to flip in our favor, right? Having acknowledged this pretty much set the tone for most of my trading day, knowing that, hey, we're above the 200 and we're above VWAP. That is very, very, very important, right? If you're a trader and you want to last a long time in this game, you need to trust your VWAP there. Okay. So here we go. There's VWAP right here. All right, so we're bullish. We have multiple orders of confluence. Let's turn our candles back on. And then I will take off the closer once again. I don't like to clutter my chart, right? The closer just helps me understand what my bias is with the VWAP, super trend, and the 200 EMA. Okay. And so now we got a flip of super trend right here. We are green and green as hell. Okay, this is great. And so where is my take profit? My take profit looks like yeah, if we were bearish, this is where I would set my stop, but my stop is way down here now. As you can see, I get to trail my stop as it's trailing right now. And technically, by virtue of trailing my stop, we have now afforded this is currently a 2.98 to 1 trade right here. That is a solid trade. That is a super, super solid trade. So yeah, think things are looking really, really good for this trade. Now, when will I move to break even? That's actually a good question. I would move this to break even when this red line catches up to my entry. Okay. Then that's when I would move this to break even. What happens first? Do I get to move to break even before I take profit? Or whatever happens first, guys, right? So what I'm focusing right now is managing my risk and nothing more than that, right? It'd be beautiful to go ahead and bring my stop to break even right now. However, I do expose myself to getting stopped out potentially here, right? So I am trailing it relative to price action, right? I could, in fact, just take profit here. I mean, we're up 6K, up 15K on the day, but I'm trying to showcase the system for the dum-dums in the back, right? Because, we got some dumb fucks in the back who trade with the emotions and trade with I thinks and I knows and lack of patience and self-control. We have a lot of that out there. And so, again, if you're coming into trading and you lack discipline as an individual, well, trading's really going to show you a lot about who you are. Just recently, yesterday, watching a video with someone, not going to say the YouTuber's name, but they had a full moment. Oh my God, I went on full tilt and blah, blah, blah. This never happens. My 10 years of trading, shut up. Shut up. If you go full tilt and you say that never happens, but you went full tilt, no, that's who you are. That's what you do. That's the equivalent to, someone saying they don't fuck on a first date and then they do. It's like, bro, you weren't that special. That's something she does. Okay. So at the end of the day, again, trading is who you are. It really forces you to be honest with who you are. Are you patient? Are you greedy? Are you emotional? Are you scared? All of those things get highlighted in the chart. Now, if you're a strategist, that also will show itself. And I think, with almost everything and anything that we do in life, having an edge and having a strategy and submitting to that edge and strategy or the process is what creates victors and champions and notable individuals, right? It's believing in the process and being consistent and doing it same day in and day out, same way, day in and day out, right? Now, I am profitable in this trade, and I would be, listen, if I am sitting there like I'm tempted to take profit or um let's say I'm getting nervous, right? If I'm getting nervous, why subject myself to that type of toxicity, right? That nervousness is coming purely from the candle. That nervousness is coming purely from the candle. There's nothing that is prompting that nervousness except that candle. So let's go to, let's say, the 1 hour here, right? When we look at the 1 hour, does it look the same? No. It looks like, hey man, this thing's ready to go. It wants to go, right? If we look at the 4 hour, does it look the same? No, it doesn't, right? It looks like it wants to go. That's what it wants to do, right? So it's basically how you visualize and how you're interpreting your trades, right? And it again, candles have a way of making you feel a certain way. That's why I tell some of my students, hey, look, instead of candles, why don't we just change this to a line? Okay, right there. Now we have a line. Now we have something that we can follow. You see right there, the green marker there, it's a line. That's really what it is. For whatever reason, because it's a line, it does not look, nor does it feel as threatening, right? Now, I told you guys it would bring my stop to break even once we get it up to the entry, which looks like potentially will happen, right? I'm more focused again on my risk than my profits. Once my risk has been managed and removed from the trade, then I could be as greedy as I want to be, right? I can be as greedy as I want to be because there's no risk. Okay. So here we go. We could see it's working its way up. I'm going to trail it. Just remove this line for some clarity. I'm going to trail the stop. Now, there's a couple of things here. I have to be honest with myself. $11,000, good. I mean, we're looking at a $20,000 day. Guys, if you watch my videos previous, this is a consistent happening because of the system, because I'm not doing anything different, because I utilize everything on the chart and what it's telling me. I do not sit there and say, I thought, I know, I feel, I want. That is one of the biggest downfalls of traders. I want this to happen. That's when you go ahead and you marry the trade. That's when you go ahead and you double down on the trade. The more you want something, the less likely you're going to walk away from it. This is the truth, right? You know, it's this is why when you're looking to buy a car or any high ticket item, they say, "Come on down, come check it out, come sit in it, come smell it, come drive it." Why? Because they're trying to prompt you to want it. Because the more you want it, the more likely you're going to get it, right? However, with trading, the more you want it, the market don't give a shit about the new car smell. They don't give a shit about what you want, right? Like, listen, you're a guest in the market, not the other way around. You got to play by the market's rules, right? The house rules of the market. You're the guest. We can't fuck around and find out. And so it really looks like it's going to hit my take profit. I'm cool with this. I like this, right? And look at, it sort of kind of like makes me feel foolish for attempting anything here in the range, right? But of course, I saw an even greater setup and I had to start recording because this truly highlights the power of our system. So here we go, guys. Look at this. We got to break even. This trade is now free. It is absolutely free. And we're rocking and rolling. 25K, solid. Now, what I want to do, since we're using lines, what I want to do is I want to turn on the office really quickly. And so we could see in the office the supplemental bits of information, right? We have here Supertrend. Supertrend's green. We have GT500 here, which is also green. We have VWAP and the 200, which is also green. Now, for those who get a little confused as to, what's VWAP, we can change VWAP to a different color here so it truly stands out. I know it gets lost in the sea of green, so you can see here, this aqua line here, that's VWAP. Above VWAP, guys, are bullish, right? Below VWAP, we're bearish. Above the 200 EMA, which is this green line, we're bullish. Below it, we're bearish. Again, having rules. Great traders have rules. That's all they have. They don't have some mutant-like gift of predicting the markets. That's just not it. It does not work that way. They have rules, okay? And so we have our bias. We establish our bias. We have a larger time frame confirmation of that bias, right? We have zero risk in the trade now. It's broke. There you go, guys, right? So let's go ahead and have the office right now. And this is GT500, guys. This is a trade 1348 exclusive along with our band and STB line. And what we do uniquely here at Trade 1348 is we color code the system. If everything is not green, then it's not bullish. If everything is not red, then it's not bearish. Okay. We've removed subjectivity from the system and allows you to print this. Guys, look, what time is it? I get some haters that be like, oh, this wasn't real. You know what? Shut your mouth, bro. It's 10:45 in the morning. 10:45 in the morning. This is as real as it gets. Okay. And we're just hanging out here and making our money. You want to do the same? You go ahead, head over to trade1348.com. Okay. Green is green, red is red. Patience pays. This is what we want. The system pays. Now, we see with this line here, where we got a little bit of a retracement. So what I can do, right, is say, all right, look it. If we come back to the bottom of this line here, right, maybe I take profit. Okay. Let's talk about this. Taking profit versus establishing a minimum. So instead of me taking profit, I've established a minimum I'm willing to walk away with from this trade. We've established a max. We've established a minimum. Okay. But I'm willing to walk away from this trade. Okay. And I'm just going to hold and let this trade go. This is the beauty of having a system, submitting to the system, believing in your system. And yeah, believe in your system more than you believe in yourself. Our system is based on mathematics, not your emotions, not on Wall Street bets, not on the pick of the day, not on what some analyst on MSNBC said, not on anything, right? It is built on mathematics, period. And so it's approaching my take profit here. This is where it gets fun. This is the funnest part of the day for me as we're approaching take profit. Does it happen? Does it not? The only reason why I'm sitting in front of the chart right now is because I got to go ahead and narrate this for, anyone who wants to watch. Otherwise, I set my trade, I manage my trade, I make my trade free, and I just go about my fucking day. And you know what? I mean, let's see. We got 37 seconds on this candle close. 34 seconds. Is it going to do its thing? Do we get to make 20K on this trade? And this is where the countdown's at. We get to make 20K on this trade. Let's find out. Does it happen? Let's see. Does it happen? Actually, we have, there it goes, 18. Come on. We got day highs at 23, 523. Come on, keep going. Man, you know what? Fill me or just give me an even 20K and we're good, right? Yeah, market, we're good at that point. Dude, I would prefer you to fill me. Jeez. Let's go. There we go. We're close. Hey, we got that 20K right there. Just flirting with it. is flirting with it. 20K, come on. 20K and 15 contracts. Not flirty, not flirty contracts. Not flirty fucking contracts. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah, man. These kids on YouTube, they'll never learn. Come over and learn from the dumb fucks over here at Trade 1348. Yeah. All right. The candle close is so important. This candle, like guys, we're literally trading by the line and not a candle. How does that make you feel as you're watching this? It should make you feel a lot better. Should make you feel a hell of a lot better. It's going, come on. It's just being a pain in the ass. Let me zoom out here. Is there a level that I have to be aware of? I don't even have my levels turned on. Gabe, you're dumb dumb. What we can do is go on over to GT Legends and turn on our levels, our predictive levels, and see if there's in fact a level somewhere, right? It's just flirting right there with my take profit. Doesn't want out. There is in fact a level right here. Holy shit, guys. There's a level right here. Let's zoom on in. We found it. That's the level. That's why I'm hesitating right here. I am just shy of that level. Oh, no, 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 no. I am not going to wait and find out. I'm going to take my profit, close my trade. That was a level that I absolutely must respect. Okay. Oh my. Levels. Levels, baby. Levels. I'm okay with where I'm at right now. What do we read? 28K on the day? Here we're done. I don't fuck around and find out. Like, whenever I see that something isn't really making sense, meaning it's really, really struggling. It was struggling at that level. I had to go ahead and figure out why, which drives home the point that we don't need to trade with emotions. It's already on the chart for us. It tells us. It tells us. And what advantage do you have where you're able to see the emotions of other people? That is an incredible advantage as a trader. You know, as they say, the chart is simply a painting of emotions, right? And that's what this is, paintings of emotions here. Previous emotions said like, hey, these are levels. This is where I'm going to set my buy and sell orders, right? Those are emotions. All right. A solid data print, and we ran. It's a painting of emotions. Trust your system, right? You have an edge now. Well, everyone else is succumbing to their emotions and getting it wrong. You're succumbing to your system. You knowing exactly why you got out the fucking trade. Right there. I'm signing out, guys. This is Gabe. Peace.